Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is office hours, just real briefly. These are on your syllabus, as I said before. So I'm available Monday from 11 to 12, Tuesday from 1 to 5, Wednesday from 11 to 12, and 1 to 5. So I only have 3 days here. If this does not fit your schedule, I may have some other times available during the week. These are just regular times that I should be available every week. But if this doesn't work, by all means, send me an email and let me know what your schedule is, and I'll see what I can do. Zoom is available. Some of you may not be located in Ruston all the time. So by all means, shoot me an email and I will, we can make a schedule and I'll send you a Zoom link. I do also want to note that even if you are available during regular office hours, it is often better to go ahead and email me ahead of time. I can put you down on my schedule and make sure that I am ready to meet and put all my attention on whatever it is that you need help with. Sometimes I'm in a meeting with another student. Sometimes I do have to step out and check my email or deal with something in my lab, or I have a sick kid at home and I didn't send out an email for everybody. So lots of different things do come up sometimes, so I may not always be sitting here with no one here and completely available. So if you want to make sure that I'm going to be here to talk to you, emailing me ahead of time is the best way to do that. I do also often close my door because it's loud in the hallway. It's easier for me to work with the door shut. Sometimes I do also put a sign on my door to let you know that I'm in the middle of a Zoom call or something like that. So if there's a sign like that, please don't interrupt. But if there's not a sign and the door is shut and you can see that I'm in here, feel free to knock, especially during office hours. And I put student up here because this is time for you. If you're confused or you're worried about something and you want help, or you just have something you want to discuss with me, these hours are for you to come talk to me about those. So I just want to emphasize that they are for you and that you're not bothering me or interrupting me. I don't need to see you 4 times in one day, but you get the idea. If you're coming in and you legitimately need help with something, I'm not going to be annoyed. I'm going to be ready to talk to you about whatever you need help with. Okay, so the last thing before we get into the material is that I wanted to mention that you really should try to be proactive if you can. Your grade is your responsibility. So if you're missing a lot of things and there's a reason for it, you really should come talk to me about it or send me an email about it or set up a Zoom meeting. Most of the time, I'm very lenient about people being sick or having family crises or technology issues, things like that. By all means, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. I may not be able to accommodate every single situation, and if you're having regular problems, it might still be difficult for you to finish the material during the quarter. But if you're just sick for a week and you really feel terrible and can't concentrate, just tell me and we'll work out another due date. Similarly, if you're having technology problems, if your internet goes out in the middle of a quiz or if your computer crashes, send me an email. Those quizzes are due over Sunday, so I probably won't be checking my email over the weekend. I might occasionally, but I wouldn't count on it. So if there's a problem, just know that on Monday, I will work it out with you. If your internet went out, then I will extend the quiz for you, and it's not something to panic about. So just send me an email as soon as you're able to, and I can reopen the quiz for you when I'm back in the office. So that is, what you should do about that. I do also want to emphasize if you're having regular technology problems, like if you live in a place where the internet is always unstable, that might not be a good place to take a quiz. We have computer labs here on campus. There are libraries that have internet access. That might be a better choice for you if this is a regular problem. If you're confused about things, it is your responsibility to ask me a question. I'm lecturing in my office. I can't see any of your faces. I cannot tell if I've lost everybody or if everybody's bored because they know all the things I'm talking about already. So I really can't tell. So I would love to hear what your questions are about the material or your ideas or things that you just want to talk about the material. But I'm not going to get that feedback from you unless you come tell me. As I said before, if it has to do with an assignment or something, please don't wait to tell me until the night before. I just may not be able to respond to you. You know, I usually check my email a couple times a day during normal Monday through Friday office hours, but occasionally I'm out of town or have something else going on. So just don't wait till the last minute, but I usually respond pretty quickly. On that lines, if you have any kind of testing accommodations that you need, I would try to get that filed as soon as you can. And please come talk to me if there's anything additional that you need or that you need to talk to me about. There is a quiz next week, so getting those testing accommodations taken care of as soon as possible would be really helpful. Okay, so we're going to start in on some of the material. We're going to start with chapter 1 in your book. And so again, this is what the 15th and the 14th edition, the covers of your book looks like. I think there is a 16th edition now, but I have not really looked at that yet. But any of these editions are fine. But if you want to be really prepared after you listen to the lecture, going through and reading the chapter will probably help you be very successful. So, to get started, we're going to talk about what environmental science is and kind of the context by which environmental science was developed. So, we know that humans, people, inhabit both a natural world and a social world. When we talk about the environment, we mean circumstances and conditions that surround an organism or group of organisms. So that's going to include living components. So, you know, the plants around our house, the plants that might be in our house, other organisms we interact with, like things we grow for food, things that we see in our yard. It also includes the non-living components like the air we breathe, the mineral component of the soil, rocks that are around, the water available to us, things like that. It also includes the complex of social and cultural conditions that affect an individual or community. So we live within a community of people that we interact with. We live in a community that has different rules and regulations. We have a political system. And so all of these can influence and be part of our environment. Environmental science is basically the systematic study of our environment and our proper place in it. It is interdisciplinary and integrative. So it includes the natural sciences, biology, chemistry. It includes physical sciences, like physics and engineering. It includes applied sciences like agricultural sciences, as well as forestry and a number of other things. It includes social sciences, so sociology, political science. All of those are going to be important to understanding the environment and how we interact with it and how we make sure resources in our environment are available to us into the future. You might think that humanities is related as well because there is, you know, literature that relates to the environment as well as art. So you could include that, but that's a little bit more, you know, up in the air. Some people might think that it belongs and some people might think that it does not. So environmental science focuses on our understanding of environmental problems that people have created. So some examples might be, how does our consumption of resources and disposal of waste impact our environment? But it also focuses on finding solutions to these problems. which means that we might need to talk about policy, economics, and what people are doing. The basic goals of environmental science are to understand how natural systems function, to understand ecological concepts that explain biodiversity, understand current environmental challenges, and use critical thinking to envision solutions to these challenges. These are not always easy. This critical thinking to envision solutions involves a lot of creativity and a lot of the best minds working together to come up with new cool ideas to make to make the world a better place for both people, people's health, and for having resources available into the future.